All right, well, Community Focus here on Channel 6 TV here in Nelson County. I'm Kenny Fogle, your host. Glad you could be with us today. And we're up at the Civic Center today talking to Robbie Smith about an event that comes along. Well, we know it's summertime. We know it's summertime. We know it's getting started because Bardstown is, well, let's say it's blooming. So tell us a little bit about what your part is in making Bardstown bloom even better.
Well, yeah, it is an event that in its infancy, I didn't think it would make it to three or 4 years because I didn't know we had the gardens. But now we're on the 14th or 15th year, I can't remember. But we're still able to find great gardens and new gardens, and always get excited again this time of year to offer those gardens to public view. And it's an exciting time. We're kind of become a staple of the spring scene, you know, around here.
Well, I know we talk about Bardstown, but this spreads out. Y'all have got them spread out all over the county.
We do. Well, we kind of try to set the thing up to where that if we're going down one road, we're going to try to find 3 or 4 gardens down that road. So we might veer off toward the Bloomfield direction or down toward the New Haven direction or what have you. But we try to cluster some gardens around a central area so you're not driving all day long. And we try to keep several around town. So it's, you know, that's always been our goal. We've always had a goal of trying to add some, we always wanted a productive farm or a vegetable producer on there because of I like that kind of thing myself, and then we have all the ornamentals that you can imagine.
Well, when you talk about it, people think about gardens, they do think about tomatoes and squash, but you, again, the garden means a whole lot more to you than it does to some people.
It does. There are, you know, and these folks that put these gardens together, it's a lifelong passion. They're creative, and they show how you can do it just over time, creating these outdoor spaces, and that's what they're creating, is outdoor living areas for the purpose of entertaining or just beautifications, things that they like to see and be a part of.
A lot of these people, is it a green thumb that comes natural, or I know you all got different classes and things that people belong to. How do they generate these ideas? How do they come up with these wonderful ideas?
Imagination is a lot of that. You know, having a good imagination, and not all of us are blessed with great imaginations. You know, none of us have one like old Walt Disney had, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But imagination is seeing it from the beginning to end in your mind is a big help. And a lot of folks go, I see this gate piece, you know, or this piece of yard art, and they go, oh, I got a place for that. And then a whole garden might spring up around those kind of things.
Well, you see gardens every year. I mean, is there ever one you walk into and you say, oh, wow, you know, this is
every
just
year
unusual.
there's some of those that are just, oh, wow. And most every one of them are, oh, wow, in different areas. You know, there are those folks that are collectors. Like last year, Miss Kitty Greenwell was on with something like 300 daylily varieties, and all of them blooming at different times of the year, and her knowledge of each one of them, it's always a wow session. Views or panoramas that we see at gardens are all interesting and different. Every one of them's different.
Well, when you talk about the knowledge factor, I mean, the people that are there, they know what they're doing. So they're going to be there to give you a little information about how to make your garden or answer questions about daylilies.
Exactly, and we always have a couple of master gardeners on site too to help answer questions on what they might see, and because to name the plants. But every one of the gardens we've ever had, the gardener was well involved in it, well involved in the planting and the design and everything else.
Now, how many gardens do you have this year? You have any idea?
I think we're at 7 right now, and we're still scouting a few.
So how this works is they'll show up here at the Civic Center and at the Extension office on 321 South 3rd Street.
Yeah, we're 317.
317, we're in the same building. So if you show up 321, they'll find you. But the thing is how much is this going to cost, and what are you going to tell them?
Well, you can buy tickets now at $8 a piece. That's the pre-tour, and you can do that all the way up through Friday. On Saturday, they are $10 a piece, so you know, not a big difference, but it gets you ahead of the ball game. And what you do is, if you buy a pre-ticket, you're given a stub that you'll bring down here. You have to bring it here on Saturday morning in order to get your garden maps and descriptions. And what's going on down here is we're having a silent auction. We're having a plant sale for the master gardeners to get plants out, and then we have I think up to 11 or 12 vendors right now that'll be out selling different kinds of wares, whether it's plants or hard goods or what have you. We'll have them out in the parking lot doing that. So lots of things going on.
Now, when they get to the gardens, how will they know they have a wrist tag or something? Or how
we'll give them a wristband that they'll wear to the garden, and the gardens are marked with big yellow sunflowers with the number of the garden on it, so they'll find their trail to that garden. and we'll have a map for them.
Okay, what time does it start?
Well, you start here at 8 a.m.
And but it goes different times throughout the day?
Well, now it's 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at the extension office,
right,
where you can do the plant sale and buy your ticket and so forth. The garden's open at 9.
Okay.
And they stay open to about 4.
Okay, so you can go anytime you want to.
Yeah, it's a self-guided tour, so you're going to jump in the car with your friends and family, and you're just going to cruise around to the different gardens and enjoy them for as long as you like or as short as you like.
Say Saturday, June 3rd, right? Or
no,
Saturday, June
10th.
10th.
Yeah.
Okay, get the date right here, because I don't want anybody showing up a week ahead of time. It's better than showing up a week late, but you show up a week ahead of time. It's, June 10th, Saturday morning, right here at the. And again, where else can you buy tickets? Can you buy tickets mainly here at the extension office?
You can buy them here at the extension office, and we'll have some up at the courthouse, the tourist center as well. Yeah.
All righty. Well, like I said, we always know it's a good time of year because people are starting to get their gardens out, and usually there's some pretty nice gardens this time of year. My garden, nobody wants my garden. I can guarantee that unless you want to see what Johnson grass and things like that looks like, I've got a unique garden.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting to see how much work people puts into this.
It is, and countless hours doing it.
And
we appreciate them too for being. It's not an easy task to be on the garden tour, and we greatly appreciate those folks that are willing to share their garden for a day with us.
Well, that's wonderful. Again, there's a it's a blooming Now, give me the name. I'm gonna butcher it here.
Blooming Bardstown Garden Tour.
Blooming Bardstown Garden Tour, June the 10th. Starts you start here at 8 o'clock. The garden's open at 9, so if you want to come up here and get your tickets, look around, and we always do. I know my wife always ends up buying. We got a scarecrow year before last somebody made, and I always find something up here to take home. I started growing grapes here a few years ago. It lasted a couple years, but my green thumb is not as green as others, so I need to bring one of these master gardeners home with me, or whenever you want to stop by the house, you can do that.
Yeah, they're a wonderful resource in everybody's community. We've got about 100 master gardeners trained in the county, and not all of them are really active now, but they have levels of activity, but they're always a font of knowledge. Yeah. They're passionate about it.
And that's something you actually train people to do,
we do,
don't you? Somebody, and that's one thing that speaking of a font of knowledge, it's a UK Extension office. I got to say, I've never run into a place anywhere else that has such a wealth of different things you can get involved in. So I know you not only between 4-H and everything else you all got going on. It's from the little kids to the older folks. You all seem to have them all covered.
We do. We try to, and we try to cover the things that they want to know about too.
And it's most of the time, a lot of it's free. But again, if you want to go on the tour, it's going to be $8 in advance, $10 at the door. But it's a good bargain. So if you can get up here on June 10th and look around Bardstown, Nelson County, I think you'll be glad you did. So, well, Robbie, first of all, appreciate you being here. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
And thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be back with more Community Focus right after this on Channel 6 TV.